Hello, Michael Tillinger here. So I'm going to talk to you about one small town, consciousness, our own belief systems, and so forth. You know, when the idea first hit me in 2005 that there must be a better way for us to live, there must be a better way for us to coexist or create future abundance and prosperity for ourselves, I realized at that moment that I will never think about the world in the same way again. And I started to figure out ways that we can create a new alternative system to this current socio-economic slavery system. Out of that thought came the Ubuntu movement and came the One Small Town initiative. But it's all to do with moving away from a slave mentality and not realizing that we're actually trapped in a slavery, financial and economic slavery system that is very, very difficult to escape. And it became clear that we can't fight that system, that we have to create an alternative parallel system that will ultimately make this current socio-economic slavery system obsolete. We cannot fight it, we cannot oppose it, because it was created to destroy anyone or anything that fights it or opposes it. And it uses money in the central banks and the international banks and the Bank for International Settlements and so forth. It uses the power of money that controls our governments, controls the large corporations, and therefore we cannot fight it. And the One Small Town initiative evolved out of the Ubuntu movement into what I believe is a movement of unity consciousness, a movement of higher consciousness. Not everybody gets it. And therefore it's important to understand that while people will come and discover what we do, we'll have armchair critics, we'll have people just shooting from the hip before they even realized or done research for themselves. And that's okay, because we just need small percentage, critical mass of people around the world to understand what One Small Town is, to embrace it, to resonate with it, and then to share the message. And a critical mass of people is a small number. Critical mass doesn't mean 50%. Critical mass is somewhere around 3.3% of people. If you have a room full of 100 people and 3.3 people start to talk about something that is inspiring, that is motivating, that gives people hope, that make people believe there is a better way, that there is a way out of slavery or out of this mental prison, out of this psychological prison, out of this emotional prison and socio-economic prison that we find ourselves in. If you have a room of 100 people and 3 people start to discuss those kind of positive and uplifting ideas, it'll very quickly spread to the entire room and get people to sit, listen and pay attention, because in their hearts they know that there must be a better way out. And that's what One Small Town is. It is a movement of high consciousness. It's a movement of unity consciousness that brings like-minded people together, that brings like-minded people who understand the importance of cooperation and collaboration. That only through unity, cooperation and collaboration can we create a future, a beautiful utopian future for ourselves and, more importantly, for our children. Because if we don't do it, the alternatives are too horrific to contemplate. There is no future for us and there is no future for our children. So I invite you to discover the One Small Town initiative. Go to our website, watch as many videos as you can. Some people get it instantly, some people take a little time to get it, and some just dig their heels and they do not want to listen. I urge you to listen to as much as you can, read as much as you can, let it sink in, because it's not always that easy to grasp, because everything we do with One Small Town is completely and utterly counterintuitive, because we're literally taking the capitalist model and turning it on its head. So for people in a deep capitalist mindset, this takes a little time to understand. But as the penny starts to drop, you will start to realize that we can create and achieve so much more when we cooperate and collaborate instead of compete against each other. A dog-eat-dog kind of situation, or a rat race situation, where everybody is trying to build the biggest company to get to the top of the mountain so they can control everybody else or make more money and then absorb everybody else and make everybody else fail. that is not a success. If you create a business that makes other businesses go out of business, that is not a success. That means that we're creating destruction and failure in our communities, in our cities, and in our countries. So One Small Town turns it all upside down, where we invite people to cooperate, collaborate, and create businesses, create community initiatives that help and support everyone, that benefit everyone. And everyone is invited. No one is ever excluded. One Small Town is voluntary, and everyone is always invited. So embrace this, let it sink in, let it digest, and once you get it and you understand what's going on, go onto our website, onesmalltown.org, sign up to become a member, and tell everybody. Once you've learned what it's all about, then you can try and figure out if you have what it takes to become an ambassador or a more senior role player in your community, in your town, or in your country to represent One Small Town. Over the last few months, we have really streamlined our approach and the way that we onboard members, the way we onboard especially ambassadors. Because to become an ambassador of One Small Town is a very serious responsibility. So a lot of these things have changed, have improved, and become stronger and far more robust and far more solid, with a strong foundation for our new ambassadors that are joining One Small Town right now. So welcome to One Small Town. If you get it, become a member, tell everyone. As I said, a future alternative that is not driven by unity, cooperation, and collaboration is just simply too horrific to contemplate. Until next time, it's Michael Tellinger. Bye for now.